Assalamu alaikum and very good morning, my dear students. Welcome to honors second year class English language and literature arranged by Department of English, Khulna Government Mahila College, Khulna, under the guidance of our respected principal sir, Professor T.M. Zakir Hussain. My dear students, today I will discuss two poems of William Blake. Last class, I discussed the introduction of Songs of Innocence and Songs of Experience, and I described William Blake in short. Today, I want to add some information with that, because if we want to understand any work of a writer, we have to know the life of the author at first, and that's why today I want to add some information with that. We know William Blake was born on 28 November 1757. He was the second son of James Blake, a London native but obscure origin. Why obscure? Because nobody knows his origin. That's why here he is called obscure origin and a London native. A few incidents have been recorded from his childhood life. Among them, the manifestation of his first vision of God at age 4. He beheld the God's head at a window, and he was seized with screaming of feet. Other occasions, he informed his parents that he had seen angels during walking about the field. And once he returned home to say that he had seen the prophet Ezekiel under a tree. That's why he was a man of fiery temper, and that's why his father preferred not to send him at school, but might he would be whipped there, and here but he chose to give him elementary instructions at home. Because of all, if we analyze all things, so finally when we read his poems, we see that almost all of his poems we get a religious touch. William Blake deplores the concept of natural and supernatural religion. To him, God is within us, and that's why if we want to find God, we have to listen to only our inner voices. This all about William Blake. Today I will discuss the limb of innocence at first, and then the tiger from the Songs of Experience. So at first I want to say something about the poem Lamb. The Lamb is a very significant poem of the section of Songs of Innocence, not only for its profound idea that shows in a simplest way, but also here the poet expands the world of innocence even to the animals, which are not very important in the eyes of human beings. And we can see here the writer unifies the child, the lamb, and the Jesus Christ into one being, into one entity. Actually, he describes the poem Lamb from the concept of Christian Trinity. If we analyze the poem The Lamb, here we get two stanzas, and each stanza containing 5 rhymed couplets. Now, what is couplet? A couplet means actually a pair of successive lines of meter in a poetry is called couplet. The repetition of the first and last couplets of each stanza makes the lines into a refrain, and it helps the poem gives the poem its song-like quality. Now let's start the poem The Lamb. Here the text is starts in that way. Little lamb, who made thee? Dost thou know who made thee? Here a child asks some question to a little lamb. We know lamb means the kids of sheep, and little lamb, who made thee? Here the child asks the lamb, do you know who made thee? And dost thou know who made thee? Here the word dost means do. Actually it is written in Old English, and in modern English here actually dost means do, and thou means you. Here the child asks the little lamb, do you know who is the creator of you? Give the life and beat the feet by the stream and over the mead. Here give the life, who has given you life, and beat the feet. The word beat. Actually beat is the past form of bait. Bait, beat, beaten, which means here th it means teach, and the past form of teach is taught. Here the child asks the lamb, do you know who has given you life and who taught you to eat? By the stream. By the stream means near the stream, and over the mead. Over the mead means actually field. Mead means field. Here we know the grazing field of the lamb grows near the stream, and gave the clothing of delight, softest clothing, woolly bright. Gave the clothing. Here clothing refers to the fleece of lamb, and delight, actually here delight refers to the innocence of the lamb, and gave the clothing of delight, softest clothing, woolly bright. Here the child asks the lamb, do you know who has given you such silky, woolen, bright fleece? Gave thee such a tender voice, making all the vales rejoice. Here tender means actually soft, and rejoice means vales means here valley. Here we get vales. Actually vales comes from the valley. It is the plural form. Here vales, the plural form of valleys. Here and making all the vales rejoice. Rejoice means make glad. Here we know the call of lamb is called bleat. Here the child asks, "Do you know who has given you such a soft voice and making all the whales rejoice?" Actually, the questioner here, the child asks to the lamb, "Do you know who has given you the sweet sound of bleat?" And by the word making all the whales rejoice, here the poet wants to say that when the lamb bleats, then all atmosphere becomes very joyful. And little lamb, who made thee? Dost thou know who made thee? Actually, it is the repetition of the first two lines. It is the repetition of first couplet. By you repeating this couplet here, the poet makes a refrain from the first stanza. Little lamb, I tell thee. Now the questioner himself answers all his question, and he says that he is called by thy name. He is called, here he refers to the God Almighty, and here he called by thy name. It means we know in Christian, in Bible, the Christ, the Lamb is also called the other name of the God. That's why here the lamb, the little child says that he is called by thy name, for he calls himself a lamb. I said it, I have said it already. Here you can see here himself has been written start with capital letter because it indicates to the God Almighty. And lamb also written in capital letter, starts with capital letter. He is meek and he is mild. Meek means gentle and mild means soft. Actually, we know lamb is very meek and mild by nature, and actually all this quality indicates the innocence of the lamb, little lamb. And here this is the similarity with the God. He became a little child. Actually, this line is the gist of the poem. He became a little child. When we know when God descended to the earth as infant Jesus, that's why here he became a little child. Little child indicates to the infant Jesus. I a child and thou a lamb. These two lines expresses the whole summary of the poem. Here I became a little child, and I a child and thou a lamb. Actually, we are called by his name. We know the child, the lamb, and the lamb and the God. It means infant Jesus. These three is one. Actually, this is the concept of Trinity according to Christian religion. Here, the poet visualizes the these three into these three brings into one entity, and we are called by his name. Little child, child, lamb, and God are one in the world of innocence. Little lamb, God bless thee, and little lamb, God bless thee. Actually, the child finds out the manifestation of God in the lamb and himself. Here, the poet visualizes the holiness of the lamb and the child and unifies them with God. And here, the harmlessness of God and the purity of the mind of a child actually is nothing but the manifestation of the innocence of God. That's why in this poem the poet wants to show the soft and tender and harmless quality of human soul. Now we will discuss another poem from Songs of Experience. Actually, it is the counterpart of the poem Lamb. Now I will discuss the poem The Tiger. The Tiger is composed of 6 quatrains, rhymed couplets, and the meter is regular and systematic, rhythmic. The simplicity and neat proportion of the poem's form perfectly suits its regular structure. Actually, in this poem we get the opposite stage of the lamb. Actually, here by these 2 poems the poet wants to express the 2 opposite sides of human mind. Here this poem starts in that way. Tiger, tiger, burning bright in the forests of the night, what immortal hand or eye could frame thy fearful symmetry? Here you can see the spelling of the tiger is T-Y-Z-E-R. Actually, it has been written in Old English. In modern English, we write it in that way. It means it. Here, tiger, tiger, burning bright. Burning means glaring. Glaring means shining. And in the forests of the night, we know tiger lives in the forest, and here the forests of the night indicates the world of experience. What immortal hand or eye could frame thy fearful symmetry? What immortal hand or eye? Here the poet expresses, actually the poet praises the hands and the intellects who has made the tiger, actually the creator of the tiger, and could frame the fearful symmetry. We know could frame, actually frame means structure. Frame means structure or form. And the word symmetry. Symmetry means balance or consistency. Here the poet praises of the creator of the tiger who has and the his hands and his intellect, who has made such creation with valence, and he praises for all these things. In what distant deeps or skies burn the fire of thine eyes? Here, in what distant deeps? Deeps means, we know, actually here the poet wants to mean, deeps mean volcanic deeps, and or skies. Burn the fire of thine eyes. Here the fire of the burn the fire of the, here burn means actually glaring, the fire of thine eyes, the eyes of the tiger. Here the poet wants to indicate that the fire of tiger's eye is very the luster fire. Luster means actually shining or glaring fire of the tiger's eyes. And on what wings dare he aspires? Here the poet wants to say how distant areas flew to get the fire of eyes, required fire of the tiger's eyes. How long areas he has flown for getting the required fire of tiger's eyes. Here aspires means longing or yearning, or we can say expected anything very much. Earnestly something expect earnestly, aspire. Or what the hand dare seize the fire, and what the poet wonders to see think that whose hand and what hand dare seize the fire. Actually here is a reference from Greek mythology of Hercules, who has stolen fire from the heaven and brought it to the earth. That's why he here wants to refer this refers these things with these lines. What the hands dare seize the fire, and what shoulder, what art could twist the sinews of thy heart. Here, and what shoulder, and we know shoulder is a part of our body, actually the upper part of our arms. And what art, it means what art was that could twist the sinews. Could twist means bend, or wriggle. Here what could twist the sinews, we get another word here, sinews. Sinews means muscles, M-U-S-C, muscles. And of thy heart, here could twist the sinews of thy heart. And here the poet wonders who has created you with such structure, and when thy heart began to beat, what dread hand and what dread feet. When thy heart began to beat, it means when the tiger becomes alive. And what dread feet and what dread hand and what dread feet. Actually by this stanza the poet wonders, the poet feels surprised, he's surprising how the creator of the tiger, how intellectually he has created such a creature. When a tiger begins to stride, then with energetic, with a fearful appearance, then the poet becomes wonderstruck. Actually it is very wonderful. It is a combination of wonderful things. What the hammer, what the chain, in what furnace what was thy brain. We know here the word hammer. Hammer is an instrument used by the blacksmith. And what the chain. Chain is actually hardened by the blacksmith. It is a thing which deals with the blacksmith. And in what furnace. Furnace is the means the fireplace or heater or cooker was thy brain. What the hammer, what the chain. By these words here the poet wants to say actually there is no chain at all which can bind the dreadful, these fearful, these energetic, strong tiger. In what furnace was thy brain? It means where the brain was go through of the tiger. And what the anvil? Anvil means actually the place on which the blacksmith strikes hot, red hot metal. It is also a place which is used by the blacksmith. What dread grasp? And there is deadly terror claps. The word deadly means fatal or dangerous, and clasp means embarrass. Embarrass means hug. Here, by this stanza, here the poet actually wants to say, we know, you can see here, hammer, furnace, anvil, all things are used by the blacksmith. By using all these things, the creation which is made is actually very makes terror among us. It will not be an easiest a matter of, it will not be thing of a happier one for us. Here, what anvil, what dread grasp, there its deadly terrors clasp. If there is any hands or any grasp, any tremendous grasp which can hold the tiger, and when the stars threw down their spears and watered heaven with their tears. Here the word stars. Stars refers to the angels. Here the poet uses the word stars to refers to the angels, especially fallen angels, and through them their spears. Spears means javelin. Spears means javelin or lance. Here, when the fallen angels rebelled against God, at the time of their rebellion, they throw spears, and finally they became defeated to the God and surrendered. That's why, and watered heaven with their tears. Actually, they are called, they are asked to shed their tears. And here the poet wants to say the tears, the water come from the heaven. That's why and watered heaven with their tears. Did he smile his work to see? Here the poet asked a question. When the creator of the tiger, when the creator of the earth, when the creator of the lamb saw this scenery, then did he smile at the time? Did he who made the lamb and make thee? It means actually here he can smile for two things. First one, because of the perfection of his creation, and another one, his victory. Actually, the God in the songs of innocence, we get a scenario that where everything is very beautiful, and there is no harsh, no bleak, no grim, no sorrow, no pain. But in the world of experience, actually it is the practical life of human being, the practical state of human soul, where everything is not very beautiful. There is sorrow and happiness go simultaneously, and That's why here the poet wants to reveal the opposite state of human mind, the harsh, the harmful state of human soul, the fearful state of human soul. In the last stanza we can see, tiger, tiger, burning bright in the forest of the night, what immortal hand or eye dare frame thy fearful symmetry. Here, actually it is the repetition of first stanza, and here creating God, by the creating tiger, the God wants to show the courage and audacity of the creator. And here where the lamb shows the harmless estate, the soft tender estate of human soul. On the other estate, the humiliation, the harsh rude estate of human soul is represented by the tiger. These about the two poems. My dear students, no more today. I hope we will meet soon. There is a proverb in English that life is short but art is long, and I want to say life is short but hope is long. And from this, I hope we will meet soon. Till that, stay home, stay safe. Goodbye.